Welcome to Soul Ties Karmic Recall with David Dimitri. Edutainment, expression for liberation, and all you vibrating higher consciousness. Rayshaun with his trainer, Ian Franklin. Peace. Yeah, we're here. We're back with Rayshaun. Yo, check us out. Looking into the lives and bringing a soul tie from you directly from him. The real life, grassroots athlete, boxer, but athlete. Because this brother right here is a well-rounded athlete. It takes a lot to play physical sports, mentally and physically. So like, you have to think about what this specific individual does. Why? Because he can explain himself, his multiple athlete experience. So yo, Rayshaun, what's up, man?
What's up?
Let the people know what you do, man.
My name is Rayshaun Thomas, aka Nino the Boxer. I'm from San Bernardino, California. I fight at Project Fighting Chance, and I'm just a well-rounded athlete, like he said.
Yup. And what other sports you play?
I played football and track.
This brother run track, play football, and box. For what I remember, it was like a Puerto Rican brother that did that, and he couldn't even make it really on the team, the football team, in me when I was in high school. And I went to San Bernardino High, Dorsey High, and Pasadena High, and Pacific High. And I was the only person I knew that was doing all those. This brother right here is dynamic, because I know what it takes to do all that. It takes pure, personified, high, strong energy. How you get the energy to do all that?
I just tell myself, I look at the city that I live in, the people around me, I just tell myself I don't want to be like that. And I want to make it out. So I can't just stick with one thing. I got to have several things that I know I can do. So I have a backup plan.
Wow.
And that's my energy.
Wow. So basically your driving force is that you want a better life.
Yeah.
You want to, so apparently your parents are providing a good life for you.
Yeah, they are.
That's awesome. So you appreciate that.
Yeah.
Good. Give your family the props.
I want to give a shout out to my mom, Stephanie Thomas, my dad, Willie Thomas, and my whole family. And I love you guys.
Word up, man. That's important. I wanted that to be put up front before we go further into the interview, because some people have short attention spans, and I want you to see the positive energy come from this young brother. I really look up to him, and I wanted to interview him, not just because he was a boxer, not at all, but because he's a well-rounded athlete, and I knew what it took to do what I did. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that did this and did that, and they didn't even do that. So stupendous. But I knew being the top at what I was doing took a lot. I was only 125 pounds playing JV, junior varsity, and I was a freshman. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. And I was an offensive starter, an inside and outside receiver. I was getting racked. But the thing was, I had it locked in my mind that if I don't drop that ball, that's the value I'm bringing everybody. Now to keep me getting my stats, now to keep me on the team. And boxing is a whole nother beast. Man, how you doing all that? How you doing it?
Like I said before, I look at my city and the people around me and tell myself I don't want to be in this. I don't want to do this. So what I do is I go to the gym every day and I keep myself focused and dedicated to the sport and keep me out of the streets.
I go to the gym the little times I can get down there. This brother right here, body is mint. It's mentor. His body is more mint than anybody down there. He's sharp. He's quiet spoken. He's cool. He's real, and he's not gossiping. He's not too talkative. He's just strictly business. And I'm just gonna tell you straight up right now, I see a lot of I see more potential in him than others. And I just would like to say, what got you into boxing? What, besides what's your inspiration? You told us your inspiration. Was it a person you saw that was a boxing, or did you run into somebody and they suggested it? What was it that got you to specifically box?
What really got me to box was I was at school one day, and me and all my friends were sitting talking. He was like, "Yo, let's go down to this gym and see what they do." We thought we were gonna go in there and beat everybody up, but that wasn't the case. So I went to the gym, tested it out, and I like the work that they do and how they keep pushing you. So I just continued to go.
So you ain't got a problem with doing all that athletic, pushing yourself in the heat, the hot sun, Do y'all got an air conditioning? You just work out in the real nature.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's what I love about it.
And his trainer is an awesome trainer, but he has a reputation as being a firm trainer. You know what I mean? He is a very successful trainer for training children and training adults too, and teens and adults. So I want to give him props, Ian Franklin, training out of San Bernardino, because I've watched over the last, since 2006, I think I met that brother. And even his son had accolades, was title after title, you know, win after win. And so obviously that brother Ian is a great trainer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you see yourself doing big things in athletics?
I see myself, I personally want to go pro, but I ain't gonna tell myself.
In boxing?
Yeah, I wanna go pro in boxing. And I wanna just push myself towards it. Wherever it takes me, that's where it takes me, but I know that's what I wanna do.
So you're not gonna play football, you're gonna box?
No, I'm gonna box.
Why is that?
Because football is a team sport and you got people there for you. Boxing, on the other hand, it's a team sport, but it's not a team in the ring. It's you, yourself, and your coach voice in the ring, so I like that better.
Oh wow, dang, that's deep. Coach voice in the ring. This sounds like some Shaolin Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy though, because when you think of Bruce Lee never had a trainer except his dad and Ip Man, that old man. But when you think of him, you didn't know he had a trainer. It's just like, how did that was so
like
mystical about him.
Yeah.
But you know, for people like you, that's these good athletic boxers and fighting sport athletes, you have trainers.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like that you actually want to go up in the professional ranks and become a world champion?
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is just a desire, an ambition, or is it a burning desire?
It's a burning desire, burning ambition, burning everything.
So you want to spend as many years and as much time as it takes to develop yourself in your craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. You push yourself.
I push myself.
What's your workout like?
Tough. We work out Monday through Friday. On Saturdays we go to Valley College and we do conditioning. We don't just run the track. We sprint the whole track 10 times.
Dang.
And we run the bleachers after that, and after that we do footwork and all sorts of stuff. And Tuesdays and Thursdays we do sparring. Every other day we training hard. Every day, everybody in my gym.
What's your weight class?
My weight class 135.
Oh wow.
141.
141?
Yeah.
Oh dang. You in the perfect weight class.
Yeah.
How old are you?
19.
Oh wow. He's 19. He's going in. You people that don't know boxing, if you do, the welterweight from middleweight 135 up to 147 is a host of super athletes, super great fighters. You're gonna shine there. You're gonna shine because you got so much to push you there.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you want to start at 135 or 140?
I want to start at 141.
141. So you want to be a junior welterweight.
Yeah.
A super lightweight. He wants to get in there at the weight class where it's right before you get to the most competitive weight class. Welterweight is all weight classes are competitive, but the most popular weight class is the welterweight. So basically, if you start that and say in the next 2 years you go pro, you will be starting at light welterweight where Danny Garcia reigned, and now he went up to welterweight. How you think you're gonna fare your first 10 fights?
First 10 fights amateur, I want to go undefeated. I don't want to take no losses, and I want to show my gym that they really helped me a lot and they got me there.
That's right. That's right. Rayshaun is not just a super athlete playing football and boxing. He's also a high school graduate. And for a commercial break, for small and medium-sized businesses, Strategic Nexus Media provides perfect media service needs. Communicate through the website soultieskarmicrecall.com and call 714-905-9148.
Hands up. Hands up. Work that jab, baby. You gotta work that jab. You gotta step in with it. Hand up, step in with the jab. Step with the jab. Stop being unstepping when you jab. Come over the top. Keep working. Stay tight. Stay relaxed and stay tight. Stop moving back. You gotta tighten your defense with your elbows, hands up. Double jab. Double jab in there, right here. Hands up. Yeah. 2-3. Now come back to this punch. There you go. Step out, step in. Okay, give it off that work. Yeah, come on. There you go. Shoot it. Shoot it.
Do you feel like every step of the way you gotta add skill, you gotta add lessons, you gotta go higher, higher? Do you feel like there's a point where you can get and you're just there?
I think what I learned from football is you got to get 1% better every day. You can't stay the same. So in boxing, I apply the same message, 1% better. That's all I think about.
1% better. That's deep. That's deep. So how did boxing help you? You were already an athlete. You were already a super athlete. Look, this guy, weren't you in the newspaper and all that for Bird San Bernardino High School?
Yeah.
Bird. See, I remember him because I worked with the people down at the Sun newspaper. This guy was already all over the place because of his athleticism on the football field. So now he's taking it to the ring where a lot of big money can come. I know he can do it. All of you out there, say your whole name again.
Rayshaun Thomas.
Remember that name. Coming out of San Bernardino, California. We're representing California. He gonna put it down. I believe it. And I wanted to say, how did this make you feel in regards to your education, knowing that you have to put this big devotion into boxing right now? How do you feel? Because how did you end up in boxing, considering that you could have got scholarship for football? Why didn't you go that route? What went on with that?
I was doing football for a year, and I was good at it, but as far as going up to the next level, I was small. I was only 160 at outside linebacker. And back
you
up
were an
running
outside
back.
linebacker?
Yeah. So I was small, so I told myself, like, no scout's gonna look at me. So then when I went down to the gym, I dropped from 160 to 135, I believe.
To the boxing gym?
Yeah.
You went from 160 to what?
135.
Wow.
And then I told myself, like, I felt better at that weight. I felt good, and I felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then that's how I got into boxing.
You hearing this, people? This is an athlete, a natural athlete. You know, it's easy to get into one sport, like I said, and get only so good at it. You know, do something good for your body and stuff, which is great. Prime Up Developmentals, me, David Dimitri, I'm the life coach in Prime Up Developmentals. I commend anything a person does that's positive, whether it's cutting down on some weight, whether it's eating a little better, whether it's cutting out on eating certain foods. Anything is better than nothing. Sleeping better. Everything you do as a habit is good. But to accomplish what he has already done, making that transition from that football field, them crowds yelling and screaming, that can become addicting. Didn't you love it?
Yeah.
Then why didn't you want to go to college or to the pros? You just felt like you had that other opportunity and your heart was with it.
Yeah, you gotta have that back. I can always go back to college, pick up some weight, and start playing football again. But boxing, if I pick up some weight, I'm gonna get out of shape and probably lose touch in it.
Right.
I'm just staying boxing.
I heard that, man. That's a great devotion. Do you plan on going to school while you're boxing, or are you about to make this your kung fu devotion? I'm devoted to boxing. I'm about to get this gold. I gotta get this gold around my waist.
Well,
Get these millions.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
I just graduated, so I'm not in a rush to go back to school. I'm working right now in boxing, so that's already enough on my plate. So I think I'm just hold back on school for right now.
Do people know that you box?
At work?
Yeah, like
No.
people. Good. I wouldn't tell them.
Yeah.
I'll make them find out through the news.
Only a few people know.
Have you okay, so you got your first fight coming up,
Yeah.
and that's a Golden Glove,
Blue and gold.
blue and
Gold
gold.
tournament.
Okay, when's that?
That's, I believe, on September 2nd through the 4th.
Okay, awesome. September 2nd through the 4th. You gonna be fighting in novice, or because of your athletic ability, are they gonna put you on a higher?
Fighting at novice.
Okay, that's good. I don't think you have to from me seeing him on Facebook and YouTube, the things he's doing to people. But novice isn't the way it used to be. When I came up with novice, they would sometimes just throw people in there that just been at the gym a couple of weeks. Now they give them a couple of months. They won't throw you in there unless you've been like 4, 5, 6 months. That's pretty good. They just threw me in there. You just have to fight. You can't swim, you just gotta swim.
Yeah.
That's the way life always was for me. But I really, really admire what you're doing, and I really believe in you. Is there anything that you could tell people? Do you need sponsors? Do you want to say something towards sponsors sponsoring you and to give them your contact?
I want to say, people, that y'all should really look into my gym and try to help as much as y'all could. It's a free gym. It's positive. The coaches is giving back to the community. They're not getting paid for it. We give you food after the program, and we just need as much help as we can get from the community, and it'll make the city a better place.
Where's your gym?
My gym is located on Highland and Harrison in the parking lot, and it's right across the street from
Highland Avenue in San
Yeah.
Bernardino, in the city of San Bernardino, California.
Yeah.
And who's your trainer? Your head trainer name?
My trainer is Ian Franklin and Maurice Williams.
And they own, it's under a nonprofit organization. I know that for a fact. If you want to give any donations and help out, because they're really, really helping the community, you guys. They're helping people. San Bernardino is one of the third poorest city in the United States of America. It's 2015. So, you know, I've been to the gym. They're helping people have self-esteem if you want to know what this is worth. If you're a Republican out there that doesn't have it, or a wealthy, higher class, middle class person, or a rich person that has a business, and you need to give some money for your donations towards your tax returns. You say, well, what is this doing for the community? All that is a sport. Boxing is corrupt. Well, let me tell you what this is doing for the individual. You have a high incarceration rate in the city of San Bernardino, just like you have Detroit, D.C., and Chicago. This is the third poverty and highest crime rate in the United States of America, the city of San Bernardino. Ian Franklin and the other guy, Maurice, have put this gym up. This brother with all this talent, who he's never seen any drugs. He doesn't drink alcohol. He's clean. His mom can only do so much. He's a working man. He's a young man, only 19 years old. This gym giving him opportunity. He doesn't have scholarships. He graduated high school. He doesn't have a GED. And this is an opportunity for him to shine. Like that name you heard, Shane Mosley. Like the name you heard, Oscar De La Hoya. They started with nothing, but they had a gym, which that was in a big city that had money, LA. Well, this isn't a big city that has money like LA. This is the city of San Bernardino. And so we want to ask any of you corporations that have franchises in the city of San Bernardino, and any of you that have a franchise in San Bernardino, for your tax write-off, why don't you donate to this organization, which this boxing gym is helping inspire young people like Rayshaun not to give up, but to get started. Because there's a lot of giving up going on in this city of San Bernardino. And there's a lot of reasons why. And it can be changed with just a tax write-off donation. So think about that, those of your local business people. And I say local, I mean even in Los Angeles, I mean California, West Coast, and even farther beyond in the nation that see this and want to give a donation. You will get your tax write-off money for giving a donation. And the gym does need it there. And there is a lot of children there, a lot of teenagers and young adults that go there, and it helps them a lot. It gives them a focus. It gives them a reason to keep being positive. Okay. Out on the road, traveling, at the hotel, reading a bit, long drawn out conversations with your special somebody or relatives, melodrama. You need a peace of mind. Maybe text messages are always interrupting your conversations at the bar in the lobby. Or maybe you're out at the pool at the hotel, at the sauna, enjoying yourself. Well, sometimes you just need peace and rest. Cut out the lights and relax. But loneliness might take you over. And if it does, how about joining me in reading Soul Ties Comic Recall? You won't regret it. Rayshaun brought home the championship. Okay, brother, I got one more question, a couple more questions. Who's your favorite historical boxer?
My favorite historical boxer, I can pick two.
You pick two.
My favorite historical boxer is James Toney and Muhammad Ali.
James Toney, for real?
Yeah.
What is it about Toney you like?
It's just his shoulder roll
Is
and
it?
his like ambition.
Because he's so big doing the shoulder roll. Is that it?
He got speed for his size.
He does. He
Yeah.
does. Interesting. Did you know James Toney? So you know a lot about him. I ain't got to tell you nothing about James Toney. You know James
I know
Toney. Well, James Toney didn't start off heavyweight.
Nah,
He started got on that creatine.
yeah.
And James Toney is a house, man. I wish that I had seen Mike Tyson and him fight.
That would have been cool.
That would have been a good one because they both got that ego. James Toney beat Holyfield. Yeah, Roy Jones knocked James Toney out.
Oh yeah.
So I guess that gives some credence to Roy Jones being one of the greatest. So you said Ali?
Yeah.
What is it you like about Ali's boxing? I don't, all that other stuff. What is it about his boxing you like? Not his talking, not his attitude, but his boxing, his skills. What was it?
Well, he was good at doing everything wrong, is what my coach said.
What?
He was a skilled fighter.
Right.
He had skills,
Mhm.
but he kept his hands down, but he was
Yes.
good at it. He had good head movement.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about
He kept
him.
his head moving. It was
Yeah. And he had the speed.
Yeah. Did you know Muhammad Ali was one of the lowest amount of body blow using? He didn't go to the body. Did you know that?
Yeah, I just noticed that when you said it.
Hard, the greatest boxer, more people on the planet Earth will say he was the best boxer ever. But guess what, all of you that will argue your butt off about him didn't even know this. And you know you're learning something from me right now. Muhammad Ali probably got less than 1,000 body blows ever landed. Let's go into the hundreds. I bet you Muhammad Ali doesn't even have 300 body blows landed over his career. Muhammad Ali hardly ever threw body blows to people. If he mostly did on an inside tap, he'd tap. That's not a blow. Remember, in boxing, you got to land with this part of your glove, and it has to land with some authority. So Muhammad Ali wasn't a body puncher. That's something else that I really admired about him, that I noticed about him. And but he's not my favorite boxer. Historically, look, everybody, I watch Kung Fu real competitions and Taiwanese fighting and whatnot. So it's hard because I don't just watch boxing like the typical American. But boxing, when it comes down to the greatest, I think for a heavyweight, I think at their prime, Mike Tyson would have beat Ali, but then they would have had to fight a rematch, just like Frazier beat Ali with that same style. And I don't think Ali would have been afforded a second one. I think Ali would have lost the second one because it was two things that Frazier and Mike Tyson was different. Mike Tyson was more aggressive, and Mike Tyson was very hungry. Frazier had a woman to keep him nice and soft and tucked in. He had kids to keep him distracted and feeling happy about life. He had two-parent home. He had community. Everybody black loved themselves and cared about themselves. Mike Tyson, dad killed his mom. Mike Tyson had nothing but heartbreak. Mike Tyson didn't have a family member. People falsely accused Mike Tyson of all kind of evils and all kind of negatives. Mike Tyson didn't know anything but to fight. He didn't have what Muhammad Ali had, two parents. He didn't have happiness. So Muhammad Ali, when he got to Frazier, he found a nice buttered up, in Ali's second fight with Frazier, he found a nice buttered up, nice guy that already had achieved his goal. But if that would have been Mike Tyson, it wouldn't have been the same thing. And I don't see Ali beating Mike Tyson first, second, or third fight, because none of them was as hungry as Tyson. You can tell yourself whatever you want. They were so strong because black people stuck together back then. They didn't have crack cocaine to divide them. They knew who the enemy was. You see, so while you're talking down on people, remember you're wearing their shoes. That's just my feeling. I think Mike Tyson would be any heavyweight if they all were at their top, because his hungriness, where he was coming from, was hell. He had more reason to fight than any of them. Think about how long it took. They had to put Mike Tyson multiple times to stop him from even wanting to fight. He had to go through all them decades, and even that's how hungry he was.
Boxing was his only way out.
It was the only thing he had. So he didn't have parents, he didn't have family. He just had people at his neck wanting to take his hundreds of millions of dollars. Why you want to bring that up and talk down on him because he lost his money? Why don't you make it? So this was my mind state when I always heard people talk about him because I knew the facts. But Muhammad Ali was a beast. There ain't gonna never be nothing like Muhammad Ali. I'm not stupid. I never seen nobody that could take it like that. He could take it, keep going. That dude was like out of the Sahara Desert or something. He could fight animals. Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson could fight animals. But who's your favorite active boxer?
My favorite active boxer is Floyd Mayweather, of course.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's smart in the ring. He's not gonna go in there and just brawl. He's gonna go in there and study you and pick you apart.
But that's why all the people claim they don't like him.
They don't.
Could it be that they don't like black men that think they're self to the top?
That's what I see. Because this is what I see. The people wanted him to fight Pacquiao for years. So they got the fight. Mayweather beat him. Now Pacquiao's shoulders all of a sudden hurt. Now they saying Mayweather fought an unhealthy Pacquiao. That's
ridiculous.
It don't make sense.
Look, I'm not the biggest Mayweather fan. I'm not his foe either. I think he's the best pound for pound boxer besides Randy Roth from Cuba. I think Randy Roth and Mayweather, if they had the same size, it would be the most amazing fight to watch, period. But I think people got real idiosyncrasies with themselves on seeing black males successful. When I say black, I ain't talking about just my complexion. I'm talking about dark-skinned, full-blooded black males. Black males that are dark-skinned, full-blooded be jealous of other dark-skinned and full-blooded black men. So how much more if they're a white man and Hispanic and all that, they have to compete against him. So, you know, a lot of you can come up with anything. And whether you like it or not, that's the first thing I'm going to see is your tendency toward racism. Or if you're black, your tendency toward self-hate. Because why else would you be coming up with all these stupid things that aren't real that Mayweather is doing wrong? Because you claim you love Ali, he's the greatest ever when I asked you, but you say you hate Mayweather for doing the same thing Ali did, and that is having an ego and talking some good crap. That don't make no sense. You love him, but you hate him for it. Is it because he's darker skinned than Ali? I don't know. Then how does that make you not racist if it's because he's darker skinned? And then how does it make you not a self-hater if you say, well, he's my age and he's my time? That means you hate yourself then. Because you hate somebody your own age and of your own time. Because you think somebody in the past is better. That's all I'm saying. I've picked up on some stuff going on with this sport athlete propaganda thing. This media machine. It just seems like that on every level, you get a president, he got some dark skin. No matter what he does, he's a bad guy. You get it's just something about race in this America. People love race. Why do people love race? Why do they think about race so much?
I think they think about race because nobody was meant other than Caucasians. Nobody was meant to go far. We was brought here as slaves. Now we're making it out and we're making it big. So I think that's a threat to them.
Wow, that's pretty deep. And personally, my thing is classism. I know it goes way far beyond race. So I'm going to just put that out there. I brought it up. He didn't. He's not bringing up race. I am. I asked the question. But we're going to get off that subject. But I just want to say classism. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like class divide, the rich, the middle class, the poor. That's the real issue going on. Because that's who controls the resources, whoever the rich and powerful are. Yeah. So, you know, this brother right here is working his way intelligently and physically out of the troubles of the city of San Bernardino, which is the third poorest and most endangered city in the United States of America. You got to give him some props. Like I say, any of that, anything to donate, contact him. Why don't you give him your contact, your Facebook, your Instagram, your social media contacts.
My Facebook is Rayshaun Thomas, RAYSHAUN THOMAS. My Instagram is @NinoTheBoxer, NINOTHEBOXER.
Is that like Nino Brown?
Yeah.
From New Jack City?
Yeah.
Gangster. That's what I'm saying. This is the real deal. If you're looking at another American gangster, scratch out the negative from gangster and make it a gangster for God and positivity. This brother is for the positive. We keeping it real and positive. We want to touch your soul. Soul Ties Karmic Recall. And you again, David Dimitri, Benevolence, Beloved. And remember, we're reaching out to you and we want to create positive karma in this world through Soul Ties of unconditional love. It's me, David Dimitri, Soul Ties Karmic Recall. We not out, we in. benevolence. Thank you for watching the Soul Ties Comic Recall webisodes. And remember, check for more on YouTube at Soul Ties Comic Recall. And go to SoulTiesComicRecall.com for the book series and MLCGC video tutorials.